Hi folks, and welcome to the Social Invigoration Project, where I am doing a recap of this past week. I went to an Alia Institute Lunch and Learn at the Hub on Friday, and it was absolutely amazing. The people that were gathered there were really interesting, and we had some, diverse discussion around the idea of leadership. So I guess I should start off by saying the Alia Institute is the Authentic Leadership in Action, is what that means, and it's started out actually through the Shambhala community and Shambhala Authentic Leadership, but has kind of gained all of this momentum and has created all of these relationships around it and collaboration, and it's just grown to be its own entity. And I really, really enjoyed the discussion. It's something that I had heard about before, and I certainly wanted to learn more. And now I really want to be a part of this process. So people come from all over the world to go to these intensives, and I think it would be absolutely fantastic. The model that they use, or kind of the theme around the intensives is, combining mindfulness and creative process and artistic expression and nature and all of those pieces and how they can kind of fit together and sometimes things that we wouldn't necessarily think of to put together, and getting us to think in new ways, I think, and really considering what leadership is. And the discussion that the person next to me and I had, which happened to be Marguerite, was really interesting, because we were talking about how leadership could be leadership as a bumblebee, which was her idea, and I really loved that kind of visual. And how it does sometimes take people to be able to connect to all of the different groups and to really allow for more connection and more collaboration. And I really, I think that that's a skill that certain people have, and that's a really interesting concept. And another thing that I really connected with was, in Susan's message, was about taking the mechanistic model that we often, kind of think about or establish, and changing it to more of a living systems approach. So creating this whole ecosystem, and that really resonated with me because I may not know, I really don't pretend to know, kind of the grander picture. And, I think that takes a very special person and a very special skill to be able to look at that type of leadership. But it reminds us of how important all of our, maybe minuscule roles are, and how if we're living authentically and working authentically, then, we can make this real impact in the whole kind of ecosystem of leadership. So I really liked that idea and that concept. And I'm going to look at, possibly enrolling for this year's conference or institute, and some of the different pieces to it seem so interesting to me. I really love the idea that they bring artists into the group, as well as prominent leadership speakers, and also physical training, so meditative stuff, and even practices with like wooden swords and stuff, where you're having to create kind of fluidity and skill, and I think that's all very interesting, really getting us out of our normal space. And so I think that's a great project that they're working on. And this is, several years now. I think we're into somewhere around year 12 that they've been doing this. So certainly if I don't get to go this year, I will definitely look into it for next year, and I would encourage you guys to have a look at it as well. It's happening in the middle of June this year here in Halifax, and certainly you can follow them. I do have posting here for their website, so you can certainly follow them to find out what's going on next year if you're not able to make it this year. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you everybody who was at the Lunch and Learn for being a part of that discussion, and for really kind of extending those thoughts and ideas. So thank you so much, and if you have comments about this particular video, please comment below. If you have some events that you think that I should get to over the next 10 days, since I'm on the tail end of my project, I may actually continue to do this after that, so certainly feel free to let me know of any events. If you are doing your own 30-day challenge, I'd love to hear how you're making out. So please connect with me, and have a fantastic day.